Did you know that some foods that seem healthy, including vegetables commonly found in daily meals, could be silently worsening the tingling and numbness in your feet? The reason lies in how they directly affect blood circulation and peripheral nerve health. Let's explore which foods might be causing these issues, so you can make adjustments before it's too late. Numbness, heaviness, or swelling in the feet. Don't just assume it's due to sitting for too long or lack of movement. The real culprit might be the familiar foods you consume daily. Many common foods that seem harmless actually contain high levels of salt, saturated fats, refined sugars, and industrial additives. These ingredients not only affect cardiovascular health, but they also impair blood circulation, cause chronic inflammation in the body, and damage the peripheral nervous system, leading to numbness and tingling in the feet, especially as we age. Over time, poor blood flow to the limbs and insufficient nutrients for nerve cells can result in more pronounced feelings of numbness, loss of sensation, and even pain. What's concerning is that many people don't realize the connection between diet and these uncomfortable symptoms in their feet. Understanding the culprits in food is the first step in protecting both your feet and your overall health. Let's dive into which foods to watch out for. Bacon, or smoked meat, has long been a favorite breakfast food in many Western diets. The rich, savory smell and salty taste make it hard to resist. However, few know that bacon is one of the silent culprits that severely affects circulation and nerve health, particularly for older adults or those dealing with numbness and tingling in the limbs. One of the biggest issues with bacon is its high sodium content. Consuming too much salt each day raises blood pressure, making the heart work harder to pump blood throughout the body. As a result, small blood vessels in the limbs, farthest from the heart, become damaged and lose their ability to efficiently transport blood. When blood flow decreases, the feet and hands lack oxygen and nutrients, causing tingling, numbness, or swelling. Additionally, bacon contains high levels of saturated fat, which raises bad cholesterol, LDL, in the blood. Elevated LDL increases the risk of plaque buildup in the artery walls. These plaques narrow blood vessels, restricting blood flow and raising the risk of blockages. This can lead not only to feelings of heaviness or numbness, but also to more serious complications such as stroke or heart disease. Another factor to consider is that bacon is often processed with preservatives and additives like nitrites and nitrates. These chemicals can trigger inflammation, negatively affect the peripheral nervous system, and worsen symptoms of numbness in the limbs. Instead of frequently eating bacon, consider healthier alternatives like steamed chicken breast, boiled eggs, or low-sodium plant-based proteins. A scientific diet not only benefits the heart but also helps protect your feet from prolonged numbness. Industrial hamburgers are a popular choice in modern diets, especially for those who rely on fast, convenient meals. However, behind the tempting appearance of this food are several hidden health risks, especially for those with ongoing numbness, tingling, or heaviness in their feet. One major concern with industrial hamburgers is their high trans fat content. Trans fats not only raise bad cholesterol, LDL, but also lower good cholesterol, HDL. This imbalance makes blood vessels more prone to inflammation and plaque buildup, hindering blood flow to the lower limbs. As a result, the oxygen and nutrients that reach the feet are limited, intensifying the sensation of tingling and swelling. Furthermore, industrial hamburgers contain excessive amounts of salt, often exceeding the body's daily needs. This excess salt raises blood pressure and leads to water retention in the body, resulting in swelling. Swollen tissues increase pressure on peripheral nerves, causing tingling or prickling sensations in the feet and toes. In addition, to extend shelf life, industrial hamburgers contain preservatives, additives, and artificial flavorings. These ingredients can cause chronic inflammation, a key factor in damaging small blood vessels and nerves. The combination of inflammation, blood vessel blockage, and nerve dysfunction makes numbness not only persist but also worsen over time. The solution isn't to completely eliminate hamburgers from your diet but to make smarter choices. You can prepare homemade burgers using fresh ingredients like lean meat, whole wheat buns, and fresh vegetables. These small changes will not only help you control the amount of salt and fat but will also improve blood circulation and significantly reduce symptoms of foot numbness. Frozen pizza is a convenient and quick meal option, especially for busy people. However, behind its deliciousness lie numerous ingredients that can seriously harm blood vessels and peripheral nerve health, particularly for those with numbness or tingling in their feet. One major problem with frozen pizza is its high sodium content. Processed cheese, prepackaged sauces, and pizza crusts all contain significant amounts of salt. When the body absorbs too much sodium, water retention occurs, causing the feet and limbs to swell. This swelling increases pressure on the peripheral nerves and capillaries, worsening the tingling, heaviness, or aching in the toes. Furthermore, frozen pizza contains many preservatives and additives to extend its shelf life. These chemicals can cause chronic inflammation in the body. When inflammation affects the circulatory system, small blood vessels become damaged, preventing oxygen and nutrients from reaching the lower limbs, making peripheral nerve issues even worse. If you're struggling with blood circulation or foot sensations, it's best to limit your consumption of frozen pizza. Opt for homemade pizza with fresh ingredients, low salt, and no preservatives to protect your blood vessels and nerves every day. Instant soup has long been a go-to meal for busy days due to its convenience and quick preparation. But behind a bowl of hot soup, there are significant health risks, especially for those with numbness or poor blood circulation in their limbs. The most obvious issue with instant soup is its extremely high salt content. A single packet can provide close to or exceed the recommended daily intake of sodium. When the body absorbs too much salt, it causes water retention in tissues, leading to swelling in the feet, ankles, and legs. This retention increases pressure on the peripheral nerves, causing frequent tingling and discomfort. Moreover, instant soup offers little nutritional value. It lacks fiber, protein, vitamins, and minerals, while containing plenty of synthetic flavorings, colorings, and preservatives. These additives can trigger inflammation in the body, which harms small blood vessels and nerves in the lower limbs. Therefore, despite its convenience, instant soup isn't a healthy choice if you're concerned about your foot health or circulation. Replacing it with homemade soups made from fresh vegetables and light proteins is a much better long-term solution. Prepackaged sweets and baking mixes are available everywhere, from supermarkets to convenience stores. With just a few minutes of baking, you have a delicious dessert ready to go. However, behind the convenience lies silent but serious impacts on health, particularly the blood vessels and peripheral nervous system. Most of these products contain large amounts of refined sugar and hydrogenated fats. When consumed in excess, refined sugar causes a spike in blood glucose levels, which damages the inner lining of small blood vessels. This disrupts blood flow to the limbs, especially the feet, the furthest part from the heart, making them prone to inadequate blood supply. Additionally, hydrogenated fats, trans fats, and these baked goods are powerful pro-inflammatory agents. They raise bad cholesterol, lower good cholesterol, and contribute to the formation of plaques in the arteries. As a result, blood flow to peripheral nerves is restricted, and numbness and tingling in the feet become more frequent and severe. Prepackaged sweets also lack fiber and essential nutrients, offering little real nutritional value. Regularly eating these products not only affects blood sugar levels but also causes the buildup of toxins, slowing down nerve regeneration. If you're experiencing circulation issues or sensations in your feet, reducing your intake of industrial sweets is the first step to improving your health. Industrial French fries are a popular snack, easy to find at fast food restaurants or supermarkets. They're not only tasty but also come with hidden health risks, especially regarding blood circulation and nerve function. One major reason industrial fries are harmful is the way they're cooked. They're often fried in low-quality oil containing high levels of trans fats, artificial fats that are extremely damaging to the body. Trans fats increase bad cholesterol, LDL, and decrease good cholesterol, HDL, promoting the buildup of plaque in the arteries, which hinders blood flow. When blood vessels become blocked, oxygen and nutrients can't reach the distant areas, like the feet, causing numbness and tingling. Additionally, industrial fries are loaded with salt, which raises blood pressure and leads to water retention in the body. This retention not only causes swelling in the feet but also puts pressure on the peripheral nerves, worsening numbness and foot pain. Though French fries provide instant satisfaction for the taste buds, consuming too many can lead to long-term damage to blood vessels and nerves. To maintain good health and improve circulation, it's better to limit your intake of industrial fries and seek healthier alternatives like baked or boiled potatoes. Candy and industrial sweets, though beloved by many, carry serious health risks, especially for those with circulation and nerve health issues. Candies and industrial sweets often contain large amounts of refined sugar, one of the main causes of elevated blood glucose. When the body absorbs too much sugar, the blood becomes thicker, and circulation is obstructed. This can lead to tingling, numbness, and swelling in the limbs because blood vessels narrow, preventing enough oxygen and nutrients from reaching the outer parts of the body, including the feet. Besides sugar, candy and sweets often contain artificial colorings and preservatives. These ingredients not only increase inflammation in the body but can also negatively affect the nervous system. Chronic inflammation and toxin accumulation can damage peripheral nerves, leading to increased numbness and pain in the limbs. Moreover, consuming too many processed sweets can lead to weight issues, increasing the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and arteriosclerosis, which are factors that can reduce blood circulation. To maintain good health, you should limit the consumption of candy and processed sweets, opting instead for naturally sweet foods like fruits or low-sugar, artificial colorant-free alternatives. Soft drinks, including both regular soda and diet soda, are common beverages but pose many negative health effects, especially for those with blood circulation and neurological issues. Regular soda contains a large amount of refined sugar, which can quickly spike blood sugar levels. When blood sugar rises, the body struggles to maintain effective circulation. This can lead to numbness, tingling, and swelling in the feet as excess sugar narrows blood vessels and blocks the transportation of oxygen and nutrients to the limbs. As for diet soda, although it contains no sugar, it uses artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, or saccharin. While these substances provide no calories, they can disrupt metabolism in the body. Some studies show that artificial sweeteners can cause inflammation and disturb metabolic processes, increasing the risk of circulation and neurological issues. Additionally, both regular and diet sodas can negatively affect the gut microbiome, leading to an imbalance and increasing inflammation in the body. This not only exacerbates circulation problems but also impacts overall health. To protect your health, it's best to limit soda intake and replace it with healthier choices such as water, herbal teas, or fresh fruit juices. Beer, a popular beverage, not only affects overall health but also has a direct impact on blood circulation and neurological health, especially for those with tingling and numbness in their feet. One of the initial effects of beer is the temporary dilation of blood vessels. When you drink beer, your blood vessels expand, increasing blood flow for a short period. However, afterward, the vessels may constrict suddenly, reducing blood flow to the limbs, especially the feet. This can worsen swelling and tingling as blood cannot circulate effectively. Additionally, beer and alcoholic beverages in general can cause nerve damage, neuropathy, a condition where nerves are harmed due to prolonged alcohol exposure. Nerve damage can lead to symptoms such as numbness, pain, and reduced sensation in the limbs, particularly in the feet. Regular beer consumption increases the risk of developing peripheral neuropathy, which can have long-term health effects. To protect your nervous system and improve circulation, it's important to limit alcohol intake, including beer. If you're experiencing symptoms like numbness or tingling in the feet, consider changing your drinking habits to support better circulation and protect your nerves. Milk chocolate, while sweet and addictive, is not a good choice for those dealing with numbness and tingling in their feet. The main ingredients in milk chocolate are sugar and saturated fats, which can harm blood circulation and the nervous system. The high sugar content in milk chocolate causes a sudden spike in blood sugar, prompting the body to produce excess insulin, causing inflammation and damaging blood vessels, reducing blood flow to the limbs. Saturated fats also raise bad cholesterol, contributing to artery blockages and limiting oxygen and nutrient supply to peripheral areas like the feet. Excessive consumption of milk chocolate can exacerbate numbness and tingling, impacting quality of life. However, dark chocolate with a high cocoa content and low sugar may be beneficial for blood circulation when eaten in moderation. Dark chocolate contains flavonoids that help improve blood flow and protect heart health, reducing the risk of vascular diseases. Therefore, instead of milk chocolate, opt for dark chocolate to enjoy health benefits without affecting circulation or nerve health. White bread and other refined breads are common foods in many people's diets, but few realize that they can seriously harm health, especially for those experiencing numbness and tingling in their feet. White bread is made from refined flour, which means that nutrients and fiber have been removed during processing. When consumed, white bread quickly converts into sugar in the blood, causing a sudden rise in blood sugar. This stimulates the body to produce insulin to regulate the sugar levels, but it also triggers chronic inflammation and damages small blood vessels, especially in the feet. The increased insulin and inflammation can silently damage peripheral nerves, reducing blood flow to the feet, leading to symptoms like numbness, tingling, and heaviness. When blood vessels are blocked or narrowed due to inflammation, blood cannot circulate efficiently, and nerve cells do not receive enough nutrients, worsening the numbness in the feet. The solution is to switch from white bread to whole grain bread, which is higher in fiber and has a milder effect on blood sugar. You can also pair whole grain bread with lean protein sources like eggs or cheese to help maintain fullness and stabilize blood sugar levels. These small changes can offer significant health benefits, especially improving circulation and reducing numbness symptoms. Industrial ice cream is a favorite treat for many, especially during hot summer days. However, few know that industrial ice cream can harm health, particularly for those with blood circulation and peripheral nerve issues. Industrial ice cream typically contains large amounts of refined sugar, trans fats, and chemical additives. These ingredients not only raise bad cholesterol levels but also cause inflammation and damage blood vessels, reducing blood flow. This is especially dangerous for people with circulation problems, leading to numbness and tingling in the feet. Additionally, industrial ice cream, when consumed, can temporarily constrict blood vessels due to its cold temperature. This reduces blood flow to the limbs, increasing feelings of numbness, swelling, and heaviness in the feet. If this condition persists, it can worsen symptoms of peripheral neuropathy. A simple and healthy solution is to replace industrial ice cream with homemade versions made from fresh fruits and yogurt. These alternatives contain no refined sugar or unhealthy fats, helping to protect heart health and improve circulation. Moreover, they provide additional vitamins and minerals from the fruit, enhancing overall health. Spinach is a highly nutritious leafy grain, packed with vitamins A, C, K, and iron. However, few know that despite its high nutritional value, spinach may contain factors that could harm health, especially for people with circulation issues or those taking anticoagulant medication. Spinach contains a significant amount of oxalates, a compound that can bind with calcium in the body to form small crystals. These crystals can block blood circulation, causing blockages in blood vessels and increasing swelling and numbness in the limbs, especially the feet. Additionally, oxalates can put strain on the kidneys, making it difficult for the body to eliminate waste. For people on anticoagulants, spinach should be consumed with caution. Its high vitamin K content may interfere with the effectiveness of the medication, increasing the risk of blood clots. The solution is to eat spinach in moderation and prioritize cooking it, as the cooking process helps reduce oxalate levels. Additionally, vary your leafy green intake, incorporating other vegetables like kale, morena, or coriander to ensure a balanced nutrient intake without harming your body. Broccoli is highly valued for its nutritional content, especially vitamin K, fiber, vitamin C, and minerals like potassium. However, for individuals with circulation problems or those taking anticoagulant medications, broccoli may pose some concerns. Broccoli contains a significant amount of vitamin K, an essential nutrient for blood clotting. However, for those on anticoagulant medications, vitamin K can reduce the effectiveness of the drug, making it harder to manage blood clotting. This can increase the risk of blood clots, affecting cardiovascular health and circulation. Moreover, broccoli also contains goitrogens, compounds that can affect thyroid function, particularly when consumed in large quantities or when eaten raw. Broccoli can also cause water retention, leading to swelling and worsening symptoms of numbness in the limbs. The solution is to consume broccoli in moderation and avoid overconsumption. It is best to eat cooked broccoli, as the cooking process helps reduce glycogens and minimizes water retention. Additionally, alternating broccoli with other vegetables like kale, cabbage, or morena ensures nutritional balance without harming health. Swiss chard is a highly nutritious vegetable, especially rich in vitamins like A, C, and K, as well as minerals like potassium and magnesium. However, like spinach, excessive consumption of Swiss chard may cause some health issues, particularly for those with numbness or circulation problems. Swiss chard contains a high level of oxalates, which can bind with calcium in the body to form small crystals, obstructing blood circulation and leading to swelling and numbness in the feet. Oxalates can also pose kidney issues if consumed in excess over time. Furthermore, Swiss chard contains vitamin K, which can interfere with blood clotting, especially for those on anticoagulant medications. When eaten raw, Swiss chard can cause bloating and water retention, intensifying discomfort and putting pressure on peripheral nerves, worsening numbness. The solution is to consume Swiss chard in moderation, cooking it to reduce oxalates and make it easier for the body to absorb nutrients without harm. Also, diversify your intake of leafy greens and monitor your body's response to adjust portions appropriately. Now you know which foods to avoid to protect your nervous system and blood circulation. Always pay attention to your diet because a small change today can make a big difference to your health in the future. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more useful healthcare information.